few weeks back, I put out my review of the MetaQuest 3S, and as someone who is new to the modern VR world, I was blown away. From browsing to VR games to gaming in VR on stuff like Xbox Cloud Gaming to working out, I love this thing. But now we're going to make that experience even better. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be adding a few upgrades to the MetaQuest 3S that I'd already had my eye on getting, but then Kiwi Design reached out after seeing my first review and actually wanted to send some of their stuff for review. So let's give it a shot. Specifically, we have the G4 Pro Performance Controller grips, the K4 Boost battery strap, and the H4 Boost Halo battery strap to try out. And you heard that right. They send over two different battery straps because they're kind of catering to two different types of people with two different use cases. But before we get into all of this, I do want to call out that all of these work with the Quest 3 or the 3S. I just so happen to own the 3S. So whether you went for the budget option like me or splash the cash on the big boy, either way, all of this stuff works. So let's start off with the H4 Boost battery Halo strap, which is immediately way more substantial than the strap that's packed in with the Quest 3S. And generally speaking, you're going to get 2.5 hours of battery life out of the MetaQuest 3S right out of the box, which isn't bad if you're just jumping in, playing a little VR, and then jumping right back out. But if you want to spend more time playing a game, or you want to watch a movie after a workout or something like that, you might want to keep that extra gas in the tank to help you keep going longer. These straps more than double the battery life of the 3S with an extra 3 hours of playtime, meaning that you can keep going for 5.5 hours on a total charge for both the battery strap and the headset. And hey, even if you don't plan on playing that long, you might not have to worry about charging that dead battery the next time you're ready to jump in and you forgot to plug it up. But on top of that, Kiwi has a built-in dual fast charging system here that lets you charge both the battery strap and your headset at the same time in 2.5 hours. Or if you're in a rush to get some VR time in and you just have a couple of minutes, 60 minutes can get you a 65% charge that packs 2.5 hours of battery life. So with a 60-minute charge with the H4 Boost and the Quest 3 or the 3S, you get the equivalent of the standard battery life of the Quest 3S itself that normally takes 2.5 hours to charge. And that's not bad if you're someone who's impatient, like me. Now, extra battery life is great, but a better VR experience is really all about the comfort factor. If you're not comfortable while you're playing VR, whether it's the entry-level 3S or a high-end VR headset, you're not going to be fully immersed in the experience because you're going to be distracted by how you're feeling. I'd compare the H4 Boost to something like the PSVR or the PSVR 2, where it's still lightweight even though it's more bulky and substantial, but the installation is super easy. Once you remove the stock strap, the H4 Boost just snaps right into place on the left and right sides of the Quest 3S, and then you've got this little knob on the back that you can turn to loosen the entire fit up. Then you unbuckle the strap on the top, get the right fit for you, and then you're ready to go. But the pass-through cable plugs into the standard USB-C port on the side of the 3S, and there's a second USB-C port on the back of the headset, and you're going to plug that in there for dual fast charging for both the strap and the headset itself. Now, the H4 Boost almost completely changes the entire fit of the Quest 3S itself. Instead of pressing the headset against your eyes, it almost makes the headset itself more of a kind of visor. Normally, you've got pretty substantial pressure around your eyes with the headset just being pulled by that elastic strap, but this takes that away almost entirely. In fact, the H4 Boost even has a little bit of a flip function if you need to take a peek at your surroundings or just want a quick break. But the big thing to call out when it comes to the form factor is the padding. Now, normally the straps that are packed in with the Quest 3S are just fabric elastic straps. They're tied around the back of your head and can kind of get uncomfortable over time, but the H4 Boost has ample padding in the front and the back that adds a nice cushion if you're planning on making the most of that extra battery life that they've got baked in here. Now, you do have less pressure around your eyes, but that comes with the trade-off of a looser fit. So spending time in something like Beat Saber or Arkham Shadow with this can be fine, but you can see here there's a little bit more wobble to it compared to something that's pushing snugly against your face like the stock straps. I'd really consider this to be a great option for anyone that's spending a lot of time using the Quest 3 or the 3S as a PC VR headset. If you're using the link cable to play games on Steam, this is going to take that pressure away around your eyes and make it a more comfortable experience all around, so this is great for that. But you've got the H4 Boost strap and then you've got the K4 Boost strap, and they've got a ton of similar features, but one is about $30 cheaper. So what's up with that? Where the H4 Boost has padding in the front and the back and lets the headset kind of rest over your eyes, the K4 Boost just has padding on the back and lets the mask on the Quest do all of the work, which is pretty much the standard loadout. It's almost the exact same design as the Elite strap that comes straight from Meta, and it's the same price as the Elite strap. But it comes packing that extra battery life of the H4 plus a padded strap over the top. When you compare that to the MetaQuest Elite strap with battery at $130 that only gives you 2 extra hours of battery life, it's a pretty good deal. With the K4, you've got that 3 hours of extra battery life just like the H4 and dual fast charging with pass-through to the Quest 3S, but the K4 Boost brings that tighter fit that's probably going to be better for something like working out in Supernatural or playing a lot of high-motion games as compared to the H4. I'd consider the K4 Boost to be the premium version of the standard MetaQuest 3S strap design. You've got padding in the back now, the same adjustable knob as the H4 in the back to get the right fit, and then a padded strip over the top to give you more comfort, and from there, you just tighten that and get it to where you want to be for the fit that's right for you. Now, if you're someone that's picking between the H4 Boost and the K4 Boost, I think you ultimately need to ask yourself two different questions. What am I using this for, and what kind of fit do I personally like? I'm someone who's very active in VR. I'm working out, I'm playing Beat Saber, I'm breaking a sweat 9 times out of 10. The K4 Boost is going to deliver that more secure fit that's going to be a better pick for someone like me. Now on the flip side, if you're someone who enjoys watching YouTube or movies in VR, playing more standard VR games, or using the link cable to play games on your PC, the H4 Boost is probably going to be a much better pick for you because it focuses even more on that comfort factor. On top of all that, one of the other benefits I want to call out here is if you've got a household Quest, one that you share with another person or a different group of people, instead of having to adjust those headset straps every single time somebody else jumps in, you can just use that dial on the back and you're good to go. That was kind of a hidden perk that didn't immediately pop out to me, but it's pretty handy overall. So those are the Kiwi Design's headset straps, but let's talk about the performance controller grips. Now, if you're not familiar with the standard MetaQuest loadout, every unit comes packing the Touch Plus controllers that are very comfortable. You can check out my entire other video with the full review for thoughts on the controller experience, but these really feel like an extension of your body almost. They're very impressive. But when you spend a lot of time in VR, or especially when you're working out, the plastic controllers do get kind of slick. Now, I've never had a launch your Wii remote through the family TV kind of experience, but there have been a few times where I'm playing Beat Saber and I've been really thankful that the wrist strap was on because I would have totally sent that flying. I haven't had to patch the drywall yet, so we're doing pretty good. And that's where the Kiwi G4 Pro Performance Controller grips come in. These are textured silicone grips that the left and right Touch Plus controllers can just slide right into. You pop off the stock battery cover and wrist strap, you slide the controller into the sleeve, loosen that Velcro strap on the side, and then tighten them right back up, and you're ready to go. And yes, you can still swap out the batteries with this little built-in battery door, so no worries there. And those Velcro straps on the back feel really nice and secure. Now, they might not be as foolproof as the Meta straps that tighten around your wrist, but I can fling these things around with an open palm and they aren't going anywhere. You're not going to throw these across the room. Unless you're actively trying to throw them across the room, then you probably could. Now, I do want to call out here, if you have the rechargeable base for your MetaQuest 3 or 3S controllers, these grips will not work. So keep that in mind if you're already splashing the cash and getting that upgrade. You will have to slide them out of the silicone sleeves, so it's going to be an extra step in your process. Just something to keep in mind. Right off the cuff, one thing that did stand out to me about these is the quality that Kiwi delivered here, because the silicone is thick enough to the point you can tell it's going to hold up well over time without wearing out or ripping if you're stretching them a little bit while you're taking the controllers in and out. All in all, these are a great addition to the MetaQuest 3 or 3S experience, especially if you're someone that breaks a sweat in these while you work out and lose a grip on that plastic pretty easily. The longer I use the Quest 3S, the more I realize one of the coolest things about this new VR tech is how many different things you can really do with it. You can play games, you can work out, you can watch Twitch, YouTube, play VR games on a PC, open a wall-sized browser window, but no matter how you use your VR headset, Kiwi Designs probably has an upgrade that's going to make your experience even better. So once again, big thanks to them for sending all this stuff over for review, and I'm absolutely going to be putting it to use because some pretty cool upgrades. But I'd love to hear from you down below. If you're in the market for a Quest 3S or 3 upgrade, which headset strap would you go with? The K4 Boost or the H4 Boost? Or maybe you want to pick up some G4 Pro grips. Let me know what caught your eye, and if you do want to dive in, I've got links down below for all the stuff we talked about today. And of course, if you're new here, you like what you see and what you hear, hit that subscribe button for videos like this every week and gaming news shorts throughout the week to keep you in the loop, and I'll catch you on the next one.